Hello and welcome to a brand new series. Once again we are in CK2 Geheimnisnacht and your votes have been counted. And well, basically this is the result. Geheimnisnacht was a overwhelming 49% last time I checked. Might be a little bit more now, might be a little bit less now. Anyway, it's just more than half of you that voted were clearly vocal about seeing more in Geheimnisnacht. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah. And to pick the race, I did a bit of a sneaky one. Didn't tell you guys what I would do about that. So there used to be a vote about 3 months ago or so. But the next race we wanted to play in Geheimnisnacht. So the second race in that straw pool was the Chaos Dwarves as the most requested after the Wood Elves. We did a Wood Elf campaign. And such we're here. So why are you loading a game? Well, these games, save games, need to be prepared because this game does not exist in a normal shattered form, and it brings some oddities with it. But here it is, the shattered world. Now these are multiple provinces. That's because the game doesn't really, the mod doesn't really handle horse wars as well, and it does divide them as small as it can, but it cannot give them singular provinces. But the rest of the world is about as singular as it gets. A few beastmen provinces are exceptions here and there. But yes, it's separated. So a few things are going to happen. One, we're going to experience a lot of lag. Just trust me on that one. We just gonna. Two, I really have no clue how this will turn out. I really have no clue. The normal Shattered mod has a few functions enabled that allows us to do easy wars. Now, I think we should be able to declare wars on our neighbors without too much trouble, because they're in the same cultural group. This is what Chaos Dwarven territory looks like. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. At least I think it's gonna be fun. The Orcish stuff will probably run rampant quite severely. I don't know how Chaos will respond to this. We've got some Norse Dwarves here that will probably have some fun as well. We're going to start off as this single dwarf. Now, there are, like I said, a couple of oddities. One has to do in the stats that people have, because it purges the world. I don't even know if a singular historical character has survived because of this. And I guess that's your answer, because that's supposed to be an historical character here. The game literally purges the world. It creates millions of new characters. And it does a purge. It just keeps on culture, and that's it. So, but it follows certain patterns apparently, and this is one of them. Genius, charitable, cruel, craven, but patient. And there are a lot of people that have the genius trait. I don't believe there's a single person that is strong. I could just find that real quick, you know. There are some couple of strong ones, but a lot of the traits are similar to one another, and yeah. So here we are. We are Lord Vile of Karak Fajul. Now, I'm not the only Lord Vile. I believe this guy is also Lord Vile of Karak Aragol, which is the land, and I believe my neighbor is one of my neighbors is another Lord Vile. As you can see, it's a little bit finicky in certain points. So, I should just check. I haven't really checked this out. I can declare war, make tributary wars. Oh, great. I have no normal reasons for war. Well, that's gotta be something. So, we only have one person underneath us. Oh, that's gotta be beautiful. So, this is gonna be a very odd start indeed. Well, I think war is our current goal. We need the higher marshal to raise our army size as high as we can get it. It's a bit low marshal from the base. Let's see, our ambition will be... Let's get married. I think that's... let's see, arrange a marriage. We have nobody, alright, so... And I don't think there are any female leaders nearby, so... Oh, we could just check, right? Find characters, search everywhere. Married. Gender, woman. Any religion, my religion. There's only one. Alright, and she's probably a leader, isn't she? No, she does hold land. Can I arrange a marriage between me and you? Well, we could do a maternal marriage, but that just means that our dynasty will die out, so that is not a possibility. See, she's the only female Chaos Dwarf currently in existence. Well, let's spawn a few more. So I think after I unpause the game, a lot of lag is going to happen. We've got a bit of gold, so let's have something to choose from, right? Arrange marriage between ourselves and 4 lovely females that we've got. We got a beautiful, which is a trait we could, you know, take. Midas touch seems to be very good. I like a high stewardship for my females. Deceitful, shy. She's out of the question. She's weak. She's not that good either. I think attractive is not that necessary, and I like her stats. Yes, we will lose it for marrying courtier. Oh, great. Well, we are married already. So we got a few open positions. Let's recruit a couple of soldiers. One, a couple of stewards, and I guess that's what we're gonna work with for our stuff here. So you're a. Let's see, we've got anything better? No, you really are the best. We've got a steward here. Spy master. You're a nice 12. And we actually have a priest, though she's shit. But we've got a full court. That's something, right? I gotta start with something. So you have all got very bad combat stats. Oh, you're a chaos dwarf, that gives you a negative in general. So you got morale defense high. What gives you that? Brave, right? So you're a commanding dwarf. The two of you are not really got anything special, but they will add on something. So right, that's done. No heir to dynasty. That means I need kids. Alright, so let's just I'll do a few more things like prepare the save game, all that kind of stuff, and I'll be back in like 1 second for you guys. And we're back. Now I want to give a quick reminder. I am assuming that this game is about as crash happy as they get. I'm not joking here. Reasoning for that is because this mod is not the entire stablest to begin with, simply because of the fact that Brain, could you please continue thinking with me here? Simply because the sheer size of it, by increasing the load of that the engine needs to process, it might just become unstable and unplayable. I've already had a crash by a few minutes in recording. If that continues, I will upload just this video in its state that it's in, showing the fact that it's unstable. And I'll move on to the next mod in the list and see if that runs stable, or do something else within this mod. I don't know. I would like to do the shattered thing. I also really like to do a couple of other things. It's just an interesting mechanic. It doesn't really work 100% well because I don't have automatic Casus Belli on everybody. I can do tributary stuff, but that's not really the answer to everything. But I'm looking for something. Okay, so just put everybody here. We'll scheme. So what actually is going to happen most likely is that a lot of these guys are most likely going to disappear instantly. I think that happens because of the government rank they have. I might say, wait, how do you know that? Well, I did it before and everything went to shit, basically. These guys have no heirs, but they don't respawn properly. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It might look a little bit weird. It might not do it, because it did last time. And day 2. See, there we go. Just unpause. And there we are. This happened last time as well. So they disappear and they just go to the next era and they end up with this guy. They all die. I don't know why. A couple of them survive, not all of them. These guys are, because these guys are tribal, they're not, yeah. Okay, so all the hordes die off in this system, because they can't work. Well, this map was clearly not made to be used by them. So that also means that, like, the beastmen that normally exist here also do not exist. Some of them went to the elves, some of it went to the humans. So let's begin our ambition. So this one doesn't work. Don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't. I tried it last time. Alright, so before we're gonna start fabricating claim, I need to look for somebody who's weak. But as I said, everybody's similar to me. Somebody with very low martial. I don't expect they've all chosen their thingy yet. No. So I need to fight somebody who's actually as similar to me as possible. Because otherwise there are 12 strength. Of a martial, I mean, no, this guy is an 8 martial. So taking this land would make the most sense. Because it's same strength as me, and I might have a better War Master. I've got a really good War Master, actually. So, let's start fabricating a claim there. Right. On pause. I'm running at speed 1, and I don't dare to run much higher than speed 2 with the amount of stuff that needs to happen. This game is already lagging more on speed 2 than it normally does on speed 4. It's that bad. It's that heavy. A lot of stuff just needs to be calculated, and I think the game is really unstable. Might be a bit of overkill. Look at that. We're running at speed 1 for crying out loud, and this game is barely responding to me. I don't know what the frame rate is, because I don't know if I've got a frame rate meter on the screen, but it's not much, I can tell you that. Do you have a city? Is that an advantage? No, that means you're actually... You're good. What is this? Temple? No, we're all temples. Wait, what? No, trapeze, temples, castles, and forts. These are all temples. That's interesting. Huh. Didn't do it anywhere else, apparently. These dwarves. Chaos dwarves are a little bit different that way. Oh, I mean, the temples, yeah. Well, whatever. We'll work with what we've got. It seems to have stabilized a little bit, so I dare to go to speed 2. I dare. And yeah, so we need to declare a tributary war soon-ish. So we can get some more strength on our side. So I don't think I can declare on you. No, that sucks. You're 1460 instead of 57. Do you have any special units? Yeah, you do. What kind of special units do you have? You got horse archers. Doesn't really tell me how strong they are. We've got cannons, which might be really insane. I really have no clue. Wish I could sense. Haha, that's definitely not what I want to do. So one of these must be false, and I'd have enough piety to tame the Great Horus. Bargain with La Mansu, same thing, separated ground sacrifice. I need to have slaves. How do I get slaves? I thought I had slavery wars or something. Haha! Slave raids, there we go. Oh, I already have a conquest on that pass. Oh, right, I do get the... because that's the wrong holding within my culture. Let's see. Thing is, if I win this, right, I get a upgrade, I think, to my slave pen. I don't know, actually. Requirements never. I get slave levy, that's what I get. This is probably... Yeah, so by getting slaves you choose either to get small chaos dwarf factories or not. So let's take a look real quick. This is a city, this is a castle. So they exist there as well. This castle seems to have very little force to provide compared to their temples. Okay. Well, do I dare to attack this guy? This guy only got 800 forces right now. I'm already running at 829. He will get a defensive bonus. That's the problem. He's got a defensive bonus, and I do not have a singular clue about how my strength compares to his. We've got about equal numbers in... I got a lot more heavy infantry. I got heavy cavalry. He's got light cavalry. Archers. I don't have any archers. Well, I do have cannons. You know what? As this is as difficult as it gets, I think I'm allowed to save scum a little bit. Because, you know, it is difficult. Don't crash on me, seriously. If you're gonna do that, I will become slightly peeved. That's one of the worst things that can happen, the game's crashing on a save. Because it usually corrupts the save, and you're like, oh my god, why? Why? Really pisses me off in general. So, declare war. We're gonna do a slave raid. Ah, crap, we don't have the prestige. Because of the fucking marriage. Is there an easy way to get prestige? You know, probably declare a different war on this guy. Conquest. That doesn't give me any prestige. If we lose, it does. Tributary. Gives me prestige. But that would be more suited to fight on our neighbors. Well, you're a lot stronger already. Shit. Well... what are we gonna do about that? Either we wait for a very long time to get the prestige to run, either with that we risk a very stupid war. 1357, 3089, crap, is your... because your stuff is higher. You're wrath, you're temperate, you're proud. So what's your air? Your air is really bad. Can I get rid of you? Yeah, alright, I guess that works. Don't know what happened, but I don't like it. Oh god. Raise the icon, load the furnaces. The Father of Darkness will have his spoils today that we may be blessed tomorrow. What does it do? Receive an event. So I need to have slaves. I need to have at least one prisoner, and I need to have slaves. I need to be quite rich, to be honest. Got a bit of piety. These just require me to have a lot of piety. So they should be all accepting soonish. As the speed is running, this might take a while. Who's a spy master? It usually gives me like, I don't know, a shit ton of treasurer, overseer. What's a spy master would be called? They're called literally spy masters, alright, so they... Are you guys accepting or not? I don't know, how many days it normally takes? I don't know. This is definitely not a spy master. Ah, we managed to get through 1 year! Seems to be stable enough. Ah, so you're the spy master. You don't want all of a sudden. That's a bit strange. Could I convince you to join? We got... we'll let it go for now, because otherwise we'll be broke and we cannot declare the war even if we wanted to. Ah, he will go now, good. So that should increase it by quite a serious amount. I don't know how much you have to bring in. But, let's see. Oh, come on, give me the... Oh, we're already running at more than enough. That's fine. Okay, so that is done. Getting him killed will give give me an heir which is 0 martial, which will result in... Let's see. Am I... No, I'm not slothful. Throughout the day, I've got myself grinding my teeth. It might excuse, but I might stress people just like that. Sarah, I don't know who that is. But at least it gives me less chance of becoming stressed, and that is, I think, the big advantage. Little bit young dwarves everywhere. 17 years old. I'm 17 years old. We all, by the way, but all our birthdays are on the same date. I'm not joking. The entire world gets a year older on the same date. See, he's also 17 and 8. That's the purge system. If we were looking for historical characters, they're not here anymore. They're all dead. So, if you wanted to look for an orc shaman, I think this is your biggest chance to find one that is not on the other side of the world. Literally, normally, I think the game starts with only one orc shaman somewhere around here. Now, I don't know if orc shamans can spawn in the base generation of characters. Like, the fact that they only generate about 2 or 3 different types of chaos dwarves. But it would be fun if they did. You know, why don't we check on it? Why don't we check on it? There is a shaman. It's not a dog though. Wait, you still exist? Oh, but you're serving under somebody else. That makes sense. Approve the plan. Get the guy killed. Lower his... Because it's erased by 10% from his martial now. Because he's got positive martial. Well, you always get positive martial. You cannot go in negative, but... It doesn't really not count when you go in negative. But the next guy will have so low martial that he will lose forces. And that will immediately give me the opportunity to attack. So he's got 1.5k soldiers. We've got 1.2. It's not much. Not much. Oh, those nasty bandits. Okay, so pause immediately. So we're at 471. That is just a very teensy amount. It's a lot less than it is normally. So we're gonna declare war, make the tributary state. We gotta risk this shit. We need to do this immediately. I need to have it. Can I get a commander here? Wait, I might have commanders. You're a commander, aren't you? No, you're not. Or are you? Oh yeah, what? You're a commander? You're a Grand Scribe. But you're actually a good commander, are you? No, you're just average shit. You're a pile of puke. Alright, so... We are... really double in this rate. We have got some decent traits. How? What gives us increased defense? Is that comes from? Right. So we lose some through Craven, about 20 morale defense. Our morale defense is about 9%. It's not too bad. Morale damage is high. And our defense is also really good. So our general defense. Alright, so... Morale's a bit on the low side though. Ah shit, I should not attack now. Okay, let's see what the enemy does. It will probably raise a larger amount of forces than me, somehow. It hired 200 troops. That was to be expected. Yeah, so this is mountainous combat, so how are we gonna trick this guy into attacking me? Because I got a larger force. As it is, I cannot win this. He is leading his troops. How is his stats? Oh, he just lost a lot on that. Okay, so let's just look at his court. Who else is leading soldiers? You. He's got the same thing as me with the morale damage. I think our commanders are better, but there is this mountainous bonus that we need to keep an eye on. Alright, so what is there available for mercenaries? 35, you run at a monthly cost that we can barely afford. We could hire them. You're just ships, aren't you? Yeah, you're not of any sense. You would not make any sense. So you hired these guys, and I will hire these guys. Let it go for now, because I cannot... don't I already have a claim on this? No, I don't. But I need the money. Alright, so... yeah, I just hire them now. So it's 1500. Just auto balance this real quick. I think this is the best we've got, right? I do need a commander on this flank. Without that, it's gonna be trouble. I've got 10 people in course. There's seriously nobody you can lead. Right, so you stop doing what you're doing. You're in the army now. I got a lot of people that I can send in there. You're not useful, you're not useful. You are useful. Alright, so you can start doing what you were doing. Yeah, so fabricating a claim over there. Alright, so wait for this to rise up. Then I'm gonna save the game and I'm gonna save scum the hell out of this. Yeah, I know. Wait, alright, let's hope so. Levy reinforcement rate always good, because it will be slow as molasses probably due to the fact that we're dwarves. And if you didn't know, molasses is very slow. Alright. We'll wait for the full morale, save the game, commence the attack, because you gotta do it at some point. Wish I could know more about this army, but I know as much as I can get to know. He has more money, he's more than enough money to hold this army a lot longer than I do. I lose very little, so it's the advantage of being a Chaos Dwarf and make a lot of moolah. By taking this territory, by the way, we border... so we're gonna slave raid it once, then we're gonna conquer it, then we border 4 more nations that we can independently raid with the superior Chaos Dwarves forces. So we're at full morale, save the game. And let's hope for the best. Because this might go very wrong. Or not. I really don't know. This needs to happen. This is... and this guy would have been more of an appealing target right by now. Perhaps I should have done that. Whatever. This is gonna work. Not gonna work. It has to work. I wish he would run, but he knows he's got the defensive advantage, the AI. Well, here we go. It's gonna be a bad idea. I think I made a mistake. So, let's take a look at... the daily losses are... see, this is... oh, this is remaining troops. It's got a lot better spread out. And I'm losing more on every fight, yeah. Disadvantages are... I cannot afford that. Minimal city taxes. Yeah, no. That's not gonna happen. Well, we got an heir. We'll call him the correct name, it's Dimosa. If you can get this flank to fall, which is not gonna happen. You seem to crush his middle though. The morale is poor. And I think we just lost the fight. By losing... oh, his middle flank just crapped out. What the hell? We've got overwhelming odds to these guys, and they're mercenaries. So our mercenary flank fell. We're taking on 2 sides at the same time. What the hell's happening? If this morale breaks, we're good. Because these forces will no longer fight. Wow, the hell? Okay. Look, I don't want to call myself a tactical genius, because I am clearly not. Because I have no clue why we won this. But we did. Somehow. And we don't have enough to fucking siege the fortress down. Oh, cock. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I wanna thank you guys for watching. As this is the first video in the series, give me a like and a subscribe and all that fucking shit if you like what you've seen. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Have a very good day. Bye bye.